Hello, my friends. Jacob is here once again, which is quite strange because I didn't expect myself to be here once again. But yet, it's my day off. This is when I usually clean the house and everything else. But this was an important one, which is why so many new people are here, right? Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Jacob Israel. And, this show that I do here all the time, at least twice a week, is dedicated to God. I give my life to God, and I kind of look at the things that are happening in the world, and I kind of deduce what's coming down the road. And a lot of deducing has been going on this channel. A lot. I mean a lot. And if you've been here for a long time, you know what I mean. And we're exactly where we knew we were going to be years ago, right? So because we're about halfway between these two eclipses, the Great American Eclipses, right about halfway through, okay? And just recently I started telling everybody I thought like December 14th was going to be the beginning of kind of a difficult time, something that you would call Jacob's time of trouble. Which I would know very well because I'm Jacob, right? Just like the Jacob of old, I too have an altar. I gave my life to God. I come on here, I really do kind of want to share things that make a difference, because really, in the grand scheme of things, what matters? Not money, not wealth, not nothing. But if God is real, which I know God is, because I serve God, the mighty one of Jacob, the God of Jacob, my God, the one who saved me and lifted me up from a bunch of ignorance, well, what's the point of anything? But today, nobody's listening. Nobody really is seeking. You think that with everything that's going on in the world, you think most of you would be like repenting, putting your life back together, being kind, forgiving. But most people are like, yeah, you know what? We're all good. It's 2020. It's coming to an end. We're all done. We're all toast. We might as well party. That's what I was just talking about in my last video from Isaiah 23. It's like we're going to die tomorrow. We might as well party. But nobody's repenting because you're forgetting that the only thing that really matters is God. So everybody's going bananas over this Star of Bethlehem moment, which is, I found interesting because, see, Saturn's involved in this. So I wasn't looking at it as some kind of a great sign, like, oh, it's the time of Christ. Let me tell you when I did see a sign that I believed would be closer related to the time of Christ, and that was back in 2017, right? I talked about this. There was this big mighty sign in the heavens above Jerusalem. We called it the Revelation 12 sign, where Virgo was crowned with stars and had the moon at her feet and all this stuff. And, we said that this was like a signpost in the sky getting people ready. And while you had one major, prophetic teacher after another saying, oh, Christ is coming, the rapture's coming, the end is now, we're going to be poofed away, I had told everybody, no, actually, things are gonna start to get more difficult, but that Christ child, that Christ in you, that seed, right, that it was playing out, literally, the virgin that was crowned with the stars, right, the virgin that was travailing to give birth, well, I was saying we were giving birth to it, right, and it was like it's in infant stages, and it was gonna take a little while for it to start to manifest in the world, and of course, as that happened, we know that the story follows that the world would get angry and the dragon would come after this child, right? But there was a sign, there was a great conjunction that happened right after that, November 2017. I saw it. It was beautiful. It was like right when I walked out the door in the dawn, I saw it and I said, oh, there it is. And I knew that it was a sign of, I don't want to say awakening because people take it the wrong way, but really it's Christ was in the belly of your heart for so long, in the grave, that is you, the identity of you, right? You whitewashed tombs, Jesus called the Pharisees. Well, I believe that God was pouring out his Spirit onto all flesh. I believed it, and I told everybody that, and I had said, while this is happening, things are going to get a lot more bonkers. I said about halfway through these eclipses, you were going to start to really feel the effects of it. You're feeling the effects of it, okay? But I also said things like the rainbow was coming, the Noah's Ark, and then like literally it happened the next day. So what I'm getting at is this time of trouble that I've been talking about, right? We're in the beginning stages of it. I saw that December 14th, that eclipse as a time that was smack dab in the middle of the two, which was Revelation 12:11. Revelation 12:11, which I tried pointing out to everybody, but I guess I got to come on here and again and remind everybody, they love their lives not unto death. So it's not going to be, you're not going to be poofed away. I know that a lot of people may have a problem with this, but I can tell you that's not going to happen, okay? It's not going to happen. But let me tell you what will happen is that this world system is it's gonna clamp down even more. And how do I know this? Well, because this would be the period of time, right? And that sign, that conjunction, which a lot of people, this is the Star of Bethlehem moment, oh, the rapture's here, you know, it's gonna be good. No, I don't think it's gonna be good. I've been telling people a lot of goofy things for a while. You know, you have some weird dreams, like the dream that I had where I was carrying Trump's casket around. You know, the one where I did a video about a month before the election saying that it was going to look like he was going to die because it was covered in swamp moss, right? Politically. But yet, he was laughing and dancing next to me. And then here we are, right? How many times did I say, I don't feel like it's over yet. I wrote it on election day. I said, this is what I think's going to happen. But my worst case scenario is everybody's going to think that it's, you know, it's Biden, then the last minute. I wrote that on election day. Everybody, oh, good grief. And it's kind of like they keep pulling you back in. They keep getting you to think, oh, no, it's over. But then there's another thing. So the conjunction back then between Jupiter and Venus, that would have been more symbolic of Venus because, you know, it has to do with childbirth and everything else. Venus is the day star, right? Venus is a picture of, it's a picture, some people say it's a picture of Lucifer, but they don't even really understand what Lucifer is and who Lucifer is. Lucifer was in the garden and fell. I have a whole video about that. But the bottom line is it's a picture of Jupiter being the king planet and Venus coming together, and then the two, it's like a beautiful thing. And I told everybody, I said that it was a picture of that birth of Christ. So there was a Star of Bethlehem moment, but it was like 3 years ago. Now, what happens after that Revelation 12 sign? I tell everybody, right? The virgin has to go into the wilderness and flee because the dragon is angry and the dragon's coming down. So here we got another sign in the sky, but this time it's Saturn. Saturn. Which many people say is Satan, right? And I've been doing a lot of shows about everybody seems to be worshiping that Baphomet, right? Just did the MTV with the GOAT Awards thing. We've been talking about this very recently about how this is all playing out. And then here we have the another, they're calling it the Star of Bethlehem moment, but it's not. It's not, because that would be like the anti-one. You get what I'm saying? This is like, that would be the sign of the anti-one. Saturn has a moon that looks like a UFO. It's called Pan, by the way, right? Coincidentally, just talking about Pan. You know, the goat god? Oh, good grief, people. A lot of stuff going on in the world, right? Everybody's talking about the alien. A lot of people think the aliens are coming, the Anunnaki are coming. Hey, who knows? Who knows? But I can tell you this. I can say that December 14th, we had a lot of things happen, right? It was kind of like, remember, like I said, it was going to be a big thing. I was worried it was going to be a big thing. I never said anything was going to happen. I just said I felt like that was going to be a big thing. It was going to be the beginning of it. And so far, so good, right? Sadly. So far, so good. Seems like it's going in that direction. We had the Google outage, right? Right in the morning, right? We heard about that massive hack. By the way, once again, Jacob, you know who you are out there, my best buddy. My best buddy is connected to this whole thing in a beautiful way, And it's strange that all of these world events somehow I'm linked to, which I think is just very cool. It's very, very cool. But we had that massive hack, right, where they had to shut things down, the solar winds thing. And you know what else happened on December 14th is there's a new strain. Yeah, that's right. It's a new strain. It's a new strain. So how you gonna do that? How you gonna do that? Now, a lot of people asking me about that. I'm like, I think something's gonna happen where it's not gonna be an issue. And then here we have this. So that I think it was first reported on the 14th as well. There was also a 6.0 earthquake, by the way, 6th number of man, that happened right, during that eclipse path. So here we are, not too many more days into it, and it's like every country's locking down again. So, well, so far so good, I guess. So anyway, people, I just wanted to come on here, and I have to tell you, because I'm tired of seeing everybody thinking that this is going to be some beautiful. I want you to be ready, because as I've said a million times, God is storing up the treasure of the wicked, right? To give it to the righteous. And yeah, we may become nomads, as I talked about in the video with the Vatican. And we may enter a time where we're in the wilderness, because that's what happens with the woman, right? She hides, she flees to the wilderness, and the earth swallows the flood of the dragon's lies. Come out of it. We're going to come out of it okay, because the story's already written. You can't fail, right? You can't fail. So I ask you all to not just say, hey, what the heck, we can do whatever we want. I ask you all to forgive, to love, to seek God, to ask for the truth no matter what the cost, which, by the way, I love the shirt. It's my favorite shirt. Just to, teach me the truth, right? No matter what the cost. Noah designed that, my son. Noah, who, by the way, is having dreams too. Right? He had a dream just the other night that he was rushing through school. He was just rushing through school, and he had a baby in his hands. He's like, Dad, I don't know what it means. That's the way my son really sounds. No, right? Don't you sound like that?
I don't know what it means.
No, he doesn't talk like that. But he was rushing through school when he had a baby in his hands, and I said, well, that's beautiful, man. You know what that means? That means God's going to make a quick work of things. He's going to bring you to knowledge very, very quickly, because this is the time when people are going to have to start to wake up. And that baby in the hand, that's Christ. That's Christ. He said that I felt like I was one with the baby, and it was just, he was being rushed through school. So I pray that each and every one of you are being rushed through school, and I pray that you don't get, there's so many people out there. Oh, I'm a prophet, I'm a prophet, I'm a prophet. All these people, right, taking themselves so seriously. How many people are really serving God? You judge a tree by its fruit, and I pray that your fruit is just so beautiful and so plump and so juicy and so delicious that you can change those people's lives around you by how they see you. And then maybe you can also tell them about the channel too. Send them on over here. Don't forget to comment, right? Like and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, do share the videos around. So super helpful. Leaving a comment's like the big thing. And I'll talk to you soon. I love you all. And, don't get too stressed out. Don't get too stressed out. But don't put your hopes in like escape and all this. Jesus prayed that you'd keep everybody in the world. How's anybody going to know the truth of God, right? The witnesses of God, they're now available to all of the world, right? And soon more and more, which is, it's amazing what God does, because I can't do it. I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Jacob Israel. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and share this channel around. If these shows have helped you, help Jacob to reach more any way you can, and have the best day ever.